Today on Paint the Town Red, Billy Barnum, author of Move Over Shakespeare, Tales from the Barrel. You excited about your book signing tomorrow?
Yes I am. Today's November 29, 2019. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Ate some turkey and all the fixings. Tomorrow is November 30th, my first book signing, official book signing at Barnes & Noble, Milford, Connecticut. Which, if you're not from Connecticut, it's it's not that small of a town. It's a medium-sized town, and hoping to have a sellout. Because if so, even if we don't, but we are selling out, guaranteed. I already got 50 people on Facebook that told me they're coming to get a book. So we have another book signing December 7th, next Saturday, right after it. So yeah, I'm extremely excited, and I want to see how the whole process goes because I'm not used to it. But I'm going to get there early, set up shop, follow instructions, and then cause a ruckus once I'm settled in. So yeah, obviously we're in Stratford, Connecticut now, and I went to Stratford High School. Stratford High School is on the right. This is all new with that bridge you're going across. That's phenomenal. But it used to be on the left. This building on the left, oh, that's still the gym. That was the gym where I never went to the prom. We are heading to the projects where I grew up when I was younger. I was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I moved to the projects when I was about 7. My parents moved here, and obviously brought me along with them. We used to hang out at the basketball court, play some basketball. Now on your left is the new projects, which they think they're the projects, but they're not. And on right here where we're coming up is the actual projects, which better known as the PJs. We're at the PJs. First house I moved to was right here, 470 Wooden Road. We lived there for a few years, and then we moved where we're going now to Gregory Circle, which they actually don't look too bad now. I'm gonna bring you first to the old age since we're here, where my grandfather, his name was William Edward Barnum. His father's name was Percival Tracy Barnum, and Percival Tracy's father's name was, you guessed it, Phineas Taylor Barnum, which is P.T. Barnum, from the famous Barnum and Bailey Circus. The greatest showman on earth, they dubbed him. And yes, if that's true, then that makes me P.T. Barnum's second great grandfather. Straight ahead where Mike is filming, on the right in the white section, is where my grandfather lived. My grandfather, believe it or not, they called him Bill Barnum, but he was William Edward Barnum, lived right there where that camera's shooting, on the second floor, right above 609. Right above that, that's where my grandfather lived, right there. I think it's 611. He used to live right there. And we used to walk over here, and we used to walk down to that store we just went by, Stratford Food Center, which is a few blocks away. Took about 10 minutes maybe. And we would get my grandfather groceries and stuff because he was getting older, getting up there in age. Now, there's where I moved to after Wooden Road. Not the last house at the end there, but the one right next to it. That's the back door. 144. Look at how nice it is now. It looks all nice and kept up. The grass is nice. It wasn't like this when I lived here. It was a dump. Beer bottles everywhere, broken bottles everywhere. Everything. You know how many times since I lived here that I actually dreamt of this? I don't know if you have. Dude, I dreamt of being at this place for a long time. I still do. There's days I have visions of just us hanging on the porch. Check it out. Follow me. I'm going to bring you along to this little corner over here. And this is crazy because these sheds used to be graffitied up like crazy. I got the picture with the skull on it and stuff. I'll send you the picture. I'm going to send Mike the picture so he can film the picture and you'll be able to see. So here's the shed now. It's white. And you're going to see the picture I send him. He's going to put it into this video and you're going to see it. Now this is where my good friend Butch Nicholas used to live. And I spent many days and nights inside here, upstairs on the second floor, jamming. Now, none of you know why the name of the book is Move Over Shakespeare, Tales from the Baron. You might have got an inkling when I told you earlier when I was at the Thinker that people used to tell me my poetry sound like Shakespeare. Well, now you're going to hear the other part of it. When we were up in this room, we started a heavy metal band. My cousin PT, they used to call him PT after PT Barnum, of course. And everybody called him PT, and he'd say, yow, yow. And that's what he said, yow. So they call him PT, and he sang. My friend Butch played the drums. I wrote the song, so I wrote all the lyrics, and I arranged the songs how they go. So basically, obviously after we got good enough, first people used to scream up in my room across the street there, turn that crap off, because I was just learning how to play guitar. Then, a year later, they were like, yo, let me up, let me up. Well, you ain't coming up. You were the one telling me to turn it off. No, man, it sounds good now. Yeah, it sounds good now. So all you got to do is have patience and faith that things will get better. So I learned how to play guitar. I taught myself. You know, I wasn't a virtuoso, but, you know, I was decent. And good enough for people to scream and let me up, let me up. So we jam out in the room here, and we put some songs together. And now, people are like, yo, those are some good songs. To this day, there's still people that ask me, yo, Rocking Up a Storm. That was my most famous song, just like The Black Rose is my most famous poem in the book. And I scribbled down lots and lots of band names, and I finally settled on one. And I named the band Metal Baron. So, after years and years of playing, making more songs, getting, you know, more well-known around here, infamous, but famous, but infamous around here in Stratford, Connecticut, people, instead of saying the Metal Baron, because they used to call me Metal Baron, they started shortening it, and they started saying, yo, what's up, Baron? What's up, Baron? And they started shortening it to Baron because they didn't want to say the whole thing, just like, you know, Cher or some other famous artist, they shortened the name. So instead of Madonna, whatever her name was, they call her Madonna. So they started calling me the Baron. And they said, yo, what's up, Baron? So that's why it's called Move Over Shakespeare, Tales from the Baron. Now you know.